What's going on, boys and girls? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
The Chronicles of 2003, 2023.
The metal community, who not too long ago would get arrested for having long hair and tattoos in Nepal, along with the help of metal bands from as far away as Switzerland, started Metal for Nepal. It began as a series of fundraising gigs in 14...
How are you doing now? Are you okay today?
Yeah, good, man. Just enjoyed the festival. Yeah. The weather was not that good last night, so I hope it stays more sunny this.
Fingers crossed. It's meant to be unbelievable tomorrow. It's meant like 26 and no clouds.
I would love to see that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, to see that, because I was really struggling last night to sleep, man. I slept back. Was not made for that, but I snoozed, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it's freezing last night. Yeah. Can't seem to make smile. It's whether it's bright sunshine the next minute and then cloudy the next. Like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm in English weather, I suppose, right?
Exactly that.
So, Metal for Nepal then, what exactly is it?
Right, so I'm trying to summarize it so I don't have to tell you the whole thing. So basically, long story short, it's a UK registered charity which aims to unite like global heavy metal and tattoo community, basically to give some access to education to some of the children in Nepal. So the way we go about it is basically the love for heavy metal that we have. So we organize a metal festival in Nepal called Silence Festival. Yeah. We've been doing it since 2011. So over the years, we had quite a few bands who came and headline our festival. And I also manage a band called Antaside Nepal, and it's a band from Kathmandu. And, we are fortunate enough to be a band from Nepal who actually have had some luck with the Western circuit. We toured UK a couple of times, played Downward Festival, whatnot. So over the years, by being a band and doing a festival, we figured we had created a network of people, brothers and family over the years, right? So, that's how it started, really. And then when the pandemic hit, we found that we should do something about it. And the initial conversation was just among us, let's do something at the festival or as a band. And then we thought, why not do something like we did in 2015? I'm sure you do know that in 2015 we had a massive earthquake in Nepal, right? So at the time, we had some friends in Switzerland, the bands basically, who had come and play our festival already. So they started a not-profit organization called No Silence for Nepal. And through that, we were able to build more than 324 homes, if I'm not mistaken, something or the reason, in the epicenter of the earthquake, basically, in Gorkha region in Nepal. So we did that. And then we had left it like that, you know what I mean? So when the pandemic hit and there was a scene where a lot of migrant workers from Nepal to India or India to Nepal were stranded because there was a lockdown, no access to food and water, so we thought we might do something about it. But then we had a memory of what happened in 2015, right? So we're just like, hey, let's do something like that. Well, it doesn't make sense to go back to our Swiss friends again. We'd be like, dude, we need another help. Yeah. So they're like, hey, let's set something up ourselves, this time. So, it was like, okay, and I'm based here in London, so it makes sense to just start something here, That's how Metal for Nepal was kind of, so we have to really maybe, right? The early charity was called No Silence for Nepal. So we thought that was too long. We just thought Metal for Nepal is super straightforward, in your face, nothing to explain, So that's how we started. And then, because we were doing Silence Festival, so we were the only one festival who was bringing international bands. And then I come to realize there's lots of tattoo conventions that's happening in Nepal, which brings an amazing high-profile tattooers from all over the world, These people are one who comes to our festival all the time. We go to their collection all the time. Kathmandu is so small, So we reached out to guys who organize this international tattoo convention. And I said, look, heavy metal and tattoos are so hand in hand. And we're creating something unique in Nepal. And it's both topics are something society found not that long ago in Nepal. So it's like, why don't we mix these things together and see if we can do something, And that's where the charity element the tattoo element came in it. And we didn't want to change the name to say Tattoo for Nepal or Metal Tattoo for Nepal, you know what I mean? Because when we go to the conventions, so we do go to tattoo convention as well, and we get a lot of questions around why not tattoo from Nepal? I just said, like, you came too late in the day, bro. You know, like, we already had done that. But it's 50% heavy metal, 50% tattoo. You know, and it's what we do.
That's amazing.
Sorry, I don't know how else to shorten it because it's so unique.
No.
Such a organically formed.
No, we love it.
Without any much thought process involved in it. You see what I mean? So whenever I have to explain it, I get lost in my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, which one I say, which one I don't say.
I think you don't want a short either. It's such an important message and an important thing you're trying to do that you don't want the short version. You want to know what is going on and why you're trying to help people. It's really important. But what is the aim? What are you trying to actually achieve? Is it build houses or what?
Right. So the early comeback with the tattoo and, you know, as a Metal for Nepal, as a UK registered charity, our aim was mostly to respond to a humanitarian crisis at the border, right? Because we're talking about people not having access to food and what. So at the time, we picked a few of the local grassroots organizations who were working at the borders, and then we were supplying them funds. And then we thought they would go to get in basic communities like people but then slowly, once it subsides, like, you know, we had a choice to just like leave it like we did in 2015 because, you know, the problem is somehow resolved in whatever city. And I don't know, I just was talking to my friend and we were just like, hey, you know, every time we're trying to do something like this, like, we really underestimate how much of a sense of belonging these two subcultures like have now, you know. So it's like, this is really cool. Why don't we continue? Because everybody's willing to help us out, you know. And then I feel, coming from Nepal myself, whenever I go into Cricket Mountain and stuff, and you really see what life like there. So people who actually live there, not who's going on a holiday to just, you know, enjoy the beauty of place and whatnot. So I was like, and then these people have this. What's the word I'm after? They're kind of stuck in this cycle of poverty, isn't it, right? Their dad was poor, probably their grandfather was poor too. And for a country like Nepal, and I could be wrong, but within my capacity of thinking, I feel the only chance they have is access to education, to do something about their circumstances in life, right? Just give you an example, like, you know, if you go to, I don't know, Everest Base Camp or something like that, and then you will see a lot of people are porters there, right? And lots of people who are into mountaineering really want to help the porter community, which is absolutely commendable, and I absolutely think that's so important to do that. I think, but what about the children of that? Like, we don't want them to be porters. Or my thing is, even if they want to be a porter, I want them to be an educated porter, right? Like, so that they have kind of create a trade out of it where they are fairly paid and, you know, all sort of things. At least they can speak for themselves, right?
Yeah.
That's where we felt like maybe we should continue. So we dropped the humanitarian crisis sort of thing, and then now purely focus on welfare and access to education for some of the most disadvantaged children in Nepal.
It's amazing. You guys are doing incredible work. It's absolutely amazing.
We try.
But what can people do to help? What can people do to help you guys achieve this?
We do have a very conventional settings, as in, like, we are a UK registered charity. You could go to our website and make a donations there like you would do for any other charity. But one of the things that we are pretty hung up about is this is about art. So this is purely heavy metal and tattoos for us, right? So we encourage people to buy stuff from us than just donate. So that way we're exchanging art, right? So let me give you an example, right? So the stall here have tons of hoodies and t-shirts and paintings and artworks and all sorts of things, and everything is donated by various artists from all over the world, right? And that way, like, when we sell that, you know, you're promoting the artist, you know, you're going home with something, knowing that, you know, for example, every hoodie we sell, when we're doing this campaign called Warm Smiles, we wanted to distribute warm jackets to the children in the Himalayas. So we figured out, like, every hoodie we sell, we could provide at least 5 warm jackets for the children, right? So instead of just asking for donations, our goal is like, why did you take this nice, cool hoodie, you know, designed by one of the really good artists? It's original, you know what I mean? And then it's only limited, and know that your hoodie had just purchased 5 warm jackets for children. So people like that sort of ideas, you know what I mean?
It's phenomenal.
So yeah, that's the way to support, man. People can go to our charity website. We're pretty active on Instagram to see what we're doing. Recently we were in Downward Festival where we're so lucky that we had a guitar donated by the courtesy of our friendly team at Fender, you know. So that guitar has been signed by quite a few headliners and some artists who played down at festival. And we have one here as well, which we're pretty stoked about. So we're trying to collect more signatures from the band. We are in Bloodstock and in our Tangent Festival as well. So hopefully by the end of it, we would have an interesting piece of guitar to put on auction. So the idea is that at the end of the festival season, we might do an event where we would be auctioning all those guitars, and also the aim is to do an art exhibition for Nepali artists, so we can really showcase the art from Nepal as well to people. So that way, you know, helping children, promoting artists from Nepal, showing people what the art in Nepal looks like, whatnot, and bring heavy metal and tattoo together. Really, you know, it sounds so weird sometimes. Even when I say things, I'm just like, this just sounds absolute like stoner talk. So like, just decided to like, yeah, that sounds nice, you know. But it has kind of manifested beautifully for us, and I was totally grateful for that, man.
That's amazing.
It's absolutely amazing. Like, it's phenomenal work, because obviously a lot of people, natural disasters happen,
Yeah.
and a lot of people forget about them after 6 months or a year or so.
So
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. But how has your 2000 Trees been so far?
I love this festival, man. Like James and Rob and everybody from the festivals are incredibly supportive, absolutely lovely human beings, you know. So they opened their door since last year, and they are one of our supporters actually, you know. So it feels like coming home, if anything, you know. It's such a small festival, and especially coming from downloads, you know what I mean? Yeah, exhausted. I have so much energy throughout the day because, you know, I don't need to walk like 10 miles, you know what I mean? So I enjoy, no shitting on downloads, so that's one of the favorite festivals to go to as well, you know. But it has dark color character to it, I suppose. Phenomenal.
But as we are at 2000 Trees, it is a music festival. And are there any bands you're really looking forward to going to check out while you're here?
I saw Case Fight this morning and absolutely blown away. Shout out to Case Fight, by the way. Such a fucking sick band, man. And I had a time when I was really into Bullet for my Valentine stuff, so it would be nice to see them live. One of the highlight would be probably watching Bad Sabbath tonight.
Yeah.
Can't wait, you know. I can't wait for that. And knowing Jack Harder will be playing Mace, that's such a treat, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So this is what I'm waiting for today, man. So let's see. What about you guys? Were you thinking before?
Holding Absence, I'm looking forward to it. I watched them last night, but I'm looking forward to them again.
Yeah, they're pretty sick, yeah.
100 Reasons, Hell is for Heroes, and Bullet for my Valentine as well.
Cage Fight were on my list.
Yeah.
Skin Dread, cannot wait to see.
Good, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then there's the Empire State Bastards.
Yes.
They have the matter for sure, man. Gotta check that out.
There's an artist called Delilah Bond who's playing on the Forest stage on Saturday. She's absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see her.
Okay, I'll definitely check her out.
Let's get some great bands. So a lot of mix of genres here.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about this festival, right? Because sometimes I feel like it's not really my cup of tea sort of thing, and that's what makes it this even more interesting, because I can just not be rushed because I have to see one particular band, right? So every time by the end of it, I always discover 5-10 bands that I've never heard before, and I go home and I'm like, it's so sick, you know? So it's almost like a discovery film for me, you know? So a big shout out to 2000 Trees for that, man.
Amazing. Mate, thank you so much for sitting down and talking to us. That means the absolute world. It's been amazing to hear what you guys do. It's absolutely phenomenal. And everyone, go check them out and help.
Thank you. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate that people like yourselves that gives us space to talk about our small, effort to do something for the kids in the past. So we really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Enjoy your festival, guys, right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Cheers.